the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a very poor woman who lived with her young son Jack in a small cottage deep in the countryside. They had no money at all, and were it not for a few vegetables they grew and the cow they possessed, they would surely have starved. One day, however, the cow's milk started to dry up, and Jack and his mother knew that very soon they would have neither milk to drink nor milk with which to make butter and cheese. With much sadness, they decided the cow would have to be sold and the money used to buy food and seed for more vegetables. One morning, therefore, Jack set out for market, leading the cow on the end of a rope. Jack usually enjoyed the market with all the people, animals, colour and noise, but on this occasion he walked slowly because he did not want to part with his old friend. The old man placed the 5 beans in Jack's hand and, taking the rope, walked slowly away, leading the cow. Jack looked down at the beans in his hand, and something told him that the old man was honest and had told him the truth. Magic beans, he thought. This is really exciting. I must run home and tell Mother. And this is just what he did. But his mother was very angry indeed that he had exchanged their precious cow for 5 miserable beans, and she threw them out of the window, snorting at the idea that the beans might be magic. Jack had no supper and went to bed hungry and miserable, wondering where their poor cow was sleeping that night. Jack's astonishment returned carrying several bags of gold, which he placed on the table in front of the giant. The giant laughed, gloated, and counted 1, 2. It was very heavy indeed, and Jack could not lift it. He had to drag it across the kitchen floor. Luckily, the giant was snoring so loudly that Jack could not be heard puffing and blowing. He heaved the bag out of the castle all the way along the road to the top of the beanstalk. He couldn't possibly climb down carrying so heavy a burden, so he tipped the bag through the clouds and then climbed down after it as quickly as he could. He was greatly relieved to find the bag safely on the ground near the base of the beanstalk. Indeed, the bag was so heavy that it had made quite a dent in the vegetable patch where it had landed. Again his mother was overjoyed to see him, and when Jack opened the bag and scooped out the gold coins, she hugged him again and nearly cried with joy. During the day, Jack ran into the market with one of the gold coins. He brought back their beloved cow, laden with food. That night, Jack and his mother had the best meal of their lives, and before they went to bed, very full and content, Jack had to promise his mother that he would never venture up the beanstalk again. Jack, his mother, their cow, lived a happy, prosperous and peaceful life for the rest of their days. It was a good thing the beanstalk had been cut down, for had it not been, Jack would surely have climbed it again.